church, yeah, we talk about it. How to make money, yeah, we talk about it. Facebook, yeah, yeah. IG, Twitter, whatever. So, ooh, it's really there. You can catch CEOs. What can you see? Talking about the hot topics, my girl. Yeah. What can you see? Talking about the hot topics.
Good evening. This is Kenya C. Will of Hot Topics. I got a full screen because there's a request from one of my favorite people, y'all. So listen, I have the graphic designer extraordinaire. I have, let me see, the man can sing, but he nursing his voice according to him, so he's not gonna, I have, let me see, what else we can say about um, Mr. Brooks. He the man, y'all. He the man. He the man. If you haven't seen, I wish I would have keyed it up for you. He just did a video for Jesus in the Trenches. Listen, I'm jealous. I'm saving my money. I'm putting up my food stamps so I can get me one because I got to have me one of them. I have to have me one. Now, listen. So, someone just inboxed me and said, "Who did your video?" So, just to let you guys know, I know this is his show, but I'm going to tell you. So, back in the day, GT Promotions started out as a graphic designing company. GT Picture Perfect Photos and Things. I actually own my own t shirt company and I was a photographer. So, no, I'm not going to say I was a photographer. I still am. I'm just not active. So, the actual video was actually made by myself. However, the song was Otis Flowers. But we're waiting 5 more Sundays and we're going to get us a video from Mr. Brooks because I'm a little jealous. Is that right to be jealous as a saint? I don't think so, but it's okay. So listen, we just want to let you know who's the proud sponsor tonight. The proud sponsor of the Hot Topics, mostly all of the shows, are Gillian and Co. Listen, she paid the cost to be the boss, y'all. I want to give a shout out to Sylvia of Gillian and Co. and also a natural seal. So again, we want to give a shout out to them. Same person, 13.5 businesses, but she's making it happen. Also, we also want to give a shout out to the Hot Topics platform. Again, are you looking to grow your brand, advertise your product, or let Hot Topics give you the exposure you need? Right here, we would be more than happy to have you as a sponsor or get you a commercial right here to provide more exposure for your business, your product, your church, or anything you got going on. We advertise everything. Hot Topics is around the board, y'all. So, without further ado, we want to bring on the man of the hour. He listen. Let me tell you. Let me take you out. He got a whole setup. I got a ring light, webcam, and that's what I'm doing. This man got a whole setup, y'all. I'm gonna bring him back. Hold on.
Like that. I should know better. Come on, I should know better, right? No, I.
I I, I officially want to bring my light out now. My new mics. I just want to. I will not
Bring
do
them
this no more.
out. Bring them out. We doing media. See, I'm glad to be on your platform. Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, so tell us who is Studio Seven Enterprises.
I'm the owner of Studio Seven Enterprise. We are a multimedia company that offers many services. We're not limited to graphic design and printing and studio recording and photography and videography. To name a bit, we're not limited to that, but those are the major departments that we had.
Now, I heard you was a producer.
Yes. hmm
So talk a
I've
little
been
bit about that.
I've been producing for years. Actually, before the show, when I seen you earlier, when I blew at you, I was leaving my best friend Daniel Hart, and I was just leaving him at Home Depot. And when we think about it, man, I've been producing maybe over 20 years. Actually, we used to do it, but back then we didn't know what we were really doing. If I told them if we knew what we were doing then and how we were doing it, we would record so many type of ways, and with the cheapest budget. just all times of the night, you know. But I told him in this space that we're in now is pivotal to take it serious, you know, learn as much as we can learn and capitalize on it. And that's the space that I'm in. I'm like overjoyed. I've released some stuff, but like this season that I'm in right now, I'm proud of what's being released from Studio Seven. Studio Seven Music now. We have our very first artist, Pastor J. Lane Young, released her single on February 29th, and just a lot of amazing things. And we're taking it serious. We're not trying to be famous, but we are trying to get the message out about Jesus Christ.
I think I'm trying to be famous. I'm just joking.
You already famous.
No, not famous. No, I'm just that little girl riding around Fort Lauderdale, Delray in a van.
Yep, that van costs like $20,000.
What? Where you buy a van for $20,000 at?
That van off the chain, sis.
Wait, where you buy a van for $20,000 at?
That van off the chain. Well, I mean
Wait.
the branding. The
Oh,
branding, now you gotta look in it.
oh, I was gonna say, I was gonna call for it.
No. The
Let's
branding, they got it wrapped. Y'all
Oh,
should see it. It's off the
and
chain.
the system inside the radio went down on me, and it's been down since the pandemic. The day that pandemic went out,
Wow.
and I've been with no radio, no system, so
Oh man.
that's crazy. But listen, I wanna focus on you because you have so much going on. So you're a father. I see
Yes.
you around with the kids.
Yeah.
How do you juggle all that? I mean,
There, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the true balance is. I don't think nobody does. Know the right percentage of how to balance this and that. Um, I do thank God for my wife. I do. I don't say it all the time. To her, and I know she's probably tripping right now, but I do thank God for my wife. With me doing ministry, and I close at 11 p.m. at night, Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. Serving people. So when I'm not with my kids and things of that nature, she's handling it. She's handling it. So she's a big part of me being able to do what I do. When you sit down and actually think about it, she's a good part of why I'm able to do what I do. So thank God for that. And then we have a new baby in the oven. So yeah,
quarantine baby,
it was actually before the quarantine, right before the quarantine. My wife
quarantine
was
baby.
she's 5 months right now.
January,
5 months.
February, March, April,
We
May.
ain't been in no quarantine 5 months. Count it right. Count it right.
It actually started around January. It started that's why it's the COVID-19. It's
Yeah.
not the COVID-20. So it's official, the first quarantine baby that I know.
Well, I know
It's,
it's gonna be a blessed baby. I know that. I
that's
thank God
it.
for it. And I want to say this, because many people have asked me, because we did reveal it on Facebook with my little daughter. I do a lot of videos with her. She's becoming very photogenic and loving the video and stuff like that. And I told her this morning, you're making a lot of people smile. So I'm not trying to pimp her out, but I do know, I think I know the balance with that for sure. Not to put her in a situation where we're trying to make money off her or nothing like that. But I do know she makes a lot of people smile. But every child that we had up until this point, God elevated our household. So enlarged our territory. So that's what I'm looking for. What I'm saying? What you did with these 3 children, this four, like what you're getting ready to do now. You know what I'm saying? We gotta
Right.
expand on this level. I like space. I need space. She needs her own room. As a little girl growing up, she's the youngest. It's a boy now, so she's gonna be the only girl. So it's gonna be 3 boys and 1 girl. So, but she know how to handle her own. But I'm excited. I'm excited about this new level, and I know God is in control. I'll say that.
Well, congratulations. We want to congratulate you right here from the Hot Topics Pop Up GT Promotion
Thank
and
you.
the Empire. Did I lose you? All right, so listen, the name that's on the screen. How did you get that?
Chief, wow. We were on the radio, me and my apostle, shout out to Apostle Darnell Mack and Prophetess Elaine Mack, my leaders. I've been at Agape Worship Center maybe about 19, 20 years with
Whoa.
them. And there was a span of time to where a lot of people in South Florida may know me from being on the radio with my apostle. They called him the local bishop. He was on 1520 WEXY, the All About Jesus radio broadcast, and that's kind of like how I got um, that is how I got my feet wet in radio. Period. Now you would think we would come on the radio together and kind of I'm there with somebody. You know, we got a format going on, and we can bounce off each other. You know, but when we came on the radio, my apostle bought 5 hours of radio time on Saturday night. It was yeah, Saturday night, and I remember I had to you know structure the hours. 1 hour we played music, 1 hour was playing message from the service, and broke it up like that. Community
Right.
news, all of that. But I was rolling those 5 hours by myself, doing it live from the church, and nobody knew that. I would order pizza, have people come in, chill with me, hang with me, and then we merged
Oh,
to space those 5 hours out Monday through Friday, an hour each day. I think from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock on WEXY, and that's when everybody, I guess, started knowing us more because
exposure.
we had church on the air, live on the air, and people thought the church sanctuary was full of people. How we was, doing church, and doing the broadcast. So they would come in and sit in the back, and man, I thought for sure y'all was packed in here, but that's where I got it from. I would sing, and he would introduce me as the chief musician, and after he would minister, then I'd come on and end the broadcast, and kind of got my feet wet like that. So that's how the name stuck, Chief. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So again, I just want to thank you because my original, okay, keep keeping it real in the gospel. I think we had like 15 conversations about this TV I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And I called you up one day and I said, I want a logo with a mic going through the TV.
Yes.
And I know in the back of your mind was like, who is this crazy woman?
Mm-mm. I got you from the get go. I got you from the
And
get go.
the original brand of
Yeah.
Keeping It Real in the Gospel, when we launched it, was launched by Studio 7 Enterprise.
Yep. Thank God.
That's been some years. Then I called you and said, I need a, what do you call it? The pop ups?
Retractable banner. Yep.
Retractable banner. And you
Yep.
said, when?
Yep.
And I said, Monday.
Got you. Got
And you said, this Monday?
you.
I said, yeah, this Monday.
Yeah.
I said, I have the fair and I need a retractable banner.
Mm-hmm.
And you met me at the flea market. I'm sorry, Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
right here on Broward Boulevard. Walmart had just opened up.
Yep. Yep.
And you met me there and brought me the banner. And I was like, oh my God, I got a banner. Thank you, thank you. So
Yeah.
that's when we became, I mean, it's probably been about 3, 4 years ago that
I think it was longer than that.
it
Wasn't
was longer, it was longer than that.
it? I
It's
think
been a
so.
while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
And I know people say, Kenya, you come up with craziness. But the
That's a creative
original,
mindset.
that's a,
You're a
that's
creator
what I'm
for
gonna
sure.
say.
You're a creator for sure. So
I'm gonna say that.
thank God
So
for
tell
that.
us about your artist that you're working with. I got the song. It's playing heavy on KRTG radio. Let me
Let's
see.
go. Let's
I don't
go.
know how to.
There it is. We thank you for that. We
So
thank you
tell
for
me
that.
about the artist and how the song.
Pastor J, I can't remember how she got my number, but we know a lot of the same people. And she called me one day. I was at the church, and we had a conversation outside, and we got together. Don't Worry is actually her second single. We did a first single, Leap, released that, and followed it up with Don't Worry, and we're getting ready to do the Leap remix soon for that. But Don't Worry, how we actually um, came about that is her song, but it's crazy how I got on the song. I wasn't originally on that song. I'm not a rapper. I'm not, but I have embraced this level of
All right.
not being boxed in right now. You know, you may get quartet from me, you may get worship from me, you may get some bars from me. And I think that's God. You know, I think that's God. Um, he's not in the box. And before I didn't understand that phrase, many years ago, about artists not wanting to be boxed in. Now I get it. Now that you're creating, you're putting your heart into it, and you're putting out stuff that you're proud of. You want to give it your all, and like I said, it wasn't my intention to be on the song. We were listening to the song. We actually had a meeting um, because artists like I don't know how the clock starts, but they like to put stuff out in a certain time frame, and God told them to move, on the
Right.
music and things of that nature. So, which I understand that, but I like to share with people. You can't really rush, what God is doing, even though He told you to do it when it comes to music. And I'm glad that she heard God in that, because she understood. We had a meeting of the minds, and sat down and really connected after that meeting on another level. So I was sitting and listening to the song, and she said maybe I should do something in the beginning because it seemed a little void, and so I started listening with another set of ears, and I said, let me try something. I actually took the song that we had, chopped it in the middle, and had to make those bars and kind of rearrange the song.
Wow.
And and that's when I started flowing. Then it just kept coming. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. And I sent it back to her, and she was like, that's it right there. She
Right is
she
here.
gave the seal of approval. That's it right there. I'm glad I waited. And by it being Don't Worry, is for this time. It's coming from
Yes.
Philippians, with not being anxious for nothing, and making your requests be made known. And man, talking about anxiety, I don't want to get off track, but I dealt with that too. She did too. We did an interview on her website. You can check that out. After the broadcast, anybody can see that. It's just her and I talking about some of that bout, because even in this time right now, as we're dealing with COVID-19, I'm looking at my timeline. I'll get up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and just take a look on Facebook, and everybody's talking about anxiety, and they can't sleep,
Yes.
and because of what's going on, their whole sleep pattern is totally like just going crazy because of what we're dealing with right now. And that song, Don't Worry, speaks to this time, and hour that we're in, and we're steady getting testimonies about it, that it's helping people, especially in this time frame, that they can turn it on and hear a song that speaks to them, even though it's an upbeat song with rap in it. It's still encouraging in a time like this. So I'm grateful. I love Pastor J. She's a sweetheart. Again, another person that's not trying to be famous, but just want to glorify God, with her gift. And God has been doing some awesome things. We're getting calls every week about people adding the song to the station, and you guys are playing it. So we're grateful for this journey right here. I'm like overjoyed with what God is getting ready to do.
So let me make sure that's wait we
Thank you.
that's yes it's dot studio stuff. I was typing without my eyes closed.
Right, no
So
problem.
so listen, we want to make sure that people are supporting you,
Thank you.
and we love your work. We love your music. I know you can sing, but we made a promise that it won't be tonight.
Next
With all that good sound in the back.
next time. Next promise. Next time. Bless
So
you,
we got
man.
Jared.
Wait, now I don't want to get rebuked. It's Gerard, right? It's not Gerard. It's Gerard. All right. All right, I got it. That's my he's very humble and a great support as well. You know, I love his spirit. I love his spirit.
Listen, I try to do all I can to support everybody. I get tired sometimes, but guess what? I still
It's
have
a
to keep
lot.
going because this is a
It's a
passion
lot.
I have,
Yeah,
and I have
it's
to
a
keep
lot.
going. I have to keep going. So again, I want to. What do you want to leave the people with?
I want to leave you with the dealing with that anxiety again. You know, and I won't be long. Don't think that you're always going to be there. You can get past that because I came through it. I didn't even know that it was anxiety until God revealed it to me after this song was released. It was
My God.
anxiety. It didn't have to be nothing going wrong. Things were going great, and anxiety come out of the woodwork, you know, and that's the trick of the enemy. I want to encourage you, anybody listening to this, that you feel that anxiety will not be there always. Get a closer relationship with God in this time and hour that He's given us, this space. Connect more with Him, and He's the only one that can rid you of that spirit of anxiety. I'm telling you, it's a spirit. It's a spirit of anxiety. It's
My
not.
God.
Mental illness and that whole conversation. That's real. Therapy and talking with people, talking it out. That's very real. But I believe anxiety is a spirit that God can help you with. Along with therapy, if you need to talk to somebody, I'll say it like that. But God
Amen.
got it under control. He got us. He got us.
That's a whole nother conversation I got to bring
Yeah.
you back about. We got to come back and talk about that because that is a spirit of depression, anxiety,
Yeah.
and a lot of
Absolutely.
people don't have the to admit it.
Right.
They bottled it up. And again, that's a whole
Right.
other conversation. We're gonna come
Yeah.
back and talk about
Yeah.
that. We're gonna make a
Yeah.
show about that.
Now,
Um,
did you? I know we ended, but you Shayla Shanae was doing. She's like who I would pull on to pull that off.
okay.
She does a great job with unboxing that and her whole healing process in that area. I believe she's anointed to deal with that for sure. So if you
Give
need
me her information
information,
so
for sure,
we can. I have no problem with inboxing you 100 times
no
to
problem.
make
I
sure to
got
get it
you.
done. So tell the people how to get in contact with you.
You can get in contact with us through Facebook. We're on Instagram as well. I don't do business through my personal page. Our website is studio7enterprise.com. I try not to do business through my personal page. And we're on Facebook as well, studio7enterprise.com. Same thing on Instagram. Our number is 954-543-1134. Everything just about you need is on the website. You can inbox us over there. Send us an email, info@studio7enterprise.com, and we'll get you situated.
All right. So the website I have fixed it. It's studio7enterprise.com. All your information is there. If you're looking for, again, I didn't cue that up. I should have. I'm gonna share that video with Jesus in the
Thank
trenches.
you. Thank you.
I'm gonna share that video. I was like, I want one.
I like that brother, and this is his hat that I'm wearing, Jesus in the Trenches. So I support his brand a lot as well. I love the purpose behind it. I love the brother. I love his heart, and that's where that video stemmed from. We were at Home Depot again. I said, brother, people need to hear from you. We need to hear your voice on the video, and that's the age we're in. We're in the
Right.
video age, so that there was, and he told me from that video, he's been getting many calls, many words of encouragement from that. So we got to hear God's voice and move on that. If we don't, we're gonna be stuck forever.
Do you have a stock in Home Depot?
No, I just happened to be there those 2 times, but I probably need to get some. probably need to get some.
Over the last couple of months, I've been there every other day too, but so again, we want to thank you so much for coming on.
No problem.
Listen, I'm gonna make this small. I'm gonna show y'all something.
That's tight.
Yeah, y'all see he got the road mic.
Oh,
He he was not going to come on
I
and
know
have.
better. I know better. I
So
know
I'm gonna have to set up completely.
better. I know better.
I run in the house from work. I set this
You,
thing up, and I
I
set the
I
light
hear you
up.
good though. I hear you perfect.
Thank you.
You're good.
So but listen, I do want to thank you for coming on. Again, I'm going to share the video for Jesus in the Trenches, and I love him too because anytime he knows I'm traveling,
Yeah,
he calls me.
gracious, gracious.
Always my airline shot is Jesus in the Trenches.
Yeah.
So we want to thank you for coming. We love you over here at Hot Topics GT Promotions in the GT Empire.
I love you too.
We bid you good night, and you have a great one.
All right, sister.
Listen, Studio 7 came on here with his equipment, his Rode mic, and made me feel some type of way. So now I'm going to go to Amazon, I'm just joking, and order me another Rode mic. Because he came with his whole setup. How you going to come to my show with your setup? But that's all right. That's how you make people get on their job. I'm no longer half stepping at the Studio 7K. His sound was spectacular. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Brooks, for letting me know I have to get on my job and do my thing. I want to thank him so much. He he know that he know I'm only joking. He knows I love him and I love to have some fun. But I want to thank him so much for coming on. It was a blast. Again, he is awesome in the industry. I need you guys to stop by the website. Let me just show you the website again. Stop by the website www.studio7enterprise.com because he is awesome in his field again. Um, I never do stuff right. Like I'll call you Friday and need something Monday. I don't know why. It just works out better for me. If it's just like I need this now. I don't know why. But I called him on the fly. He didn't know me from a can of paint. I just know that he did some awesome work, and I wanted him to be the brand ambassador for the Keep It Real in the Gospel when we first came out with the logo. Now we had some logos, but I didn't like it, and I called him and I said, "Hey, listen, I want a TV screen, and I want it to be like this. I'm gonna find this, the original." When they wrapped the van, the branded person changed everything, but I still use that. And then I called him back and said, "I need a retractable banner." He's like, "When you need it?" I was like, "Monday." So I just want to, show him so much love for always just dealing with my craziness. He's one of the best in the business. He was a nominee on the Praise and Worship Experience magazine in the gospel. He was a nominee. I'm talking about he promoted um, himself. I mean, his flyer was astronomical. I gotta say, again, I loved everything he did. So, again, to him, I need you guys to go out. I need you guys to share his page on social media. I need you to follow him on Instagram, follow him on everything on the Studio 7 because he is a gracious son. And he's also woken up something in me to actually be able to start a new show, which is on anxiety. It's, it's important. And a lot of people don't realize they're dealing with it. A lot of people don't realize they're dealing with depression. A lot of people don't realize they're dealing with a lot of things. And I think as a man, tonight, brother, I commend you for coming out just stating that you are dealing with that. And I am praying for you. So again, let me just let you know who is coming up next, y'all. So I want to thank you for watching. I need you guys to follow me on all that. Hot Topics Pop-Up Show on Facebook. Hot Topics Pop-Up Show on Instagram. Hot Topic Pop-Up Show on Twitterations. And subscribe to my YouTube page, which is Keep It Real in the Gospel. So listen, Thursday night, right? Thursday night is going to be a workout night. I got two wonderful people that are coming on this Thursday night. A young man who started an Our Workout page during the pandemic so that we all could work out. He started out with he had about 20 people on his page, and now he's at 1,000. during the pandemic, and people are posting every day and inspiring all of us to work out, inspiring us to ride bikes, inspiring us to eat well. And I will be sitting down with him. Then I have on the 745 show Pastor J.R. Gamble. Pastor J.R. Gamble will be sitting down with us to talk about his Zoom class. He has a $5 Zoom class that he does on Tuesday and Thursday to keep us fit during the pandemic. So listen, y'all tune in this Thursday night. I'm probably gonna dress up in my workout outfit since we have workout people. Who knows? But again, we want to thank you guys for stopping by. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. Much love. We love you over here at Hot Topics. I am Miss Kenya, the CEO, and we are Hot Topics Pop-Up Show, and we trending topics and we providing exposure. And we love you over here, and have a good night.